A pause, a choice, a mental commitment to refrain from assuming that the worst may happen. A pause, a wait, a devotion of thought to insist on what's governing every single moment. Do you find that if you give yourself permission to pause and wait, that good can happen to you? Time and again, when I pause and wait, the most incredible things happen that aren't coincidence or circumstance, but that are what happens when you intend and expect and lean on and see all the ways that good is happening to me and you and every one of we. So I'm beginning this poem tonight with a sort of frame that I'm hoping to poem through. This idea of what happens when we pause and wait and lean on how love is steering me and you. Okay, last night I was in that mode of get things done. I pause and I wait, but I still like to, keep moving on. That list of things that's just important to get through. And so on a Saturday night, I found myself at Wegmans returning some bottles because they've kind of got a really neat bottle deposit thing. And it was open for me to put the bottles through. And then I realized as I'm there, tree, pick a few things up. And I have a couple of little people coming over and I wanted to have snacks for them. So I'm in and out kind of quick and I stand in line and it's sort of thick, but not that many folks. And I don't mind sort of chumming it up with my neighbors when we're in line and we're talking here and there, and I don't actually know them. I just kind of make use of my moments anywhere. And all of a sudden, as I get to the cashier and she's ringing me up, she says, "Oh no, the system's frozen." And I don't think, oh no, because I know what to do when the unexpected happens, and that's why I'm poeming my heart to you. We don't have to go into panic mode when a system shuts down. We don't have to freak out if our outcome doesn't happen. We can stand mentally in that moment there and defend good is happening, even when the routine isn't happening in our way. Sure, we're not expecting cash registers to shut down, and we're not expecting Twitter and online tools to malfunction. And we get in this mode of constant on and onlining our days and our ways. But when that constant on shuts down, we get a moment to be human, to be kind, to look at one another heart to heart, to share a conversation, to outpour love, to exchange who we are. And in that moment, she said, "Oh no, my system shut down." I said, "It's okay. We have a moment to be human." I did. I outpoured like that. I wasn't trying to sort of, poem. But in those next 45 minutes that happened, the crowd was calm. There were probably 10 lines of 10 people in each, stacked full, lots of groceries. They had planned to go home and eat. Nobody panicked. Nobody got disturbed. Nobody was, ego-like. Everybody was, okay, we'll work this through. Wegmans was good. Their customer service is awesome. They allowed anybody who wanted to put, a number on their groceries, and they'd refrigerate them till tomorrow if the system got fixed. I wanted to kind of pause and wait with it because these things don't happen all the time. And in so doing, the cash register clerk and me shared a moment of heart to heart that was just truly fine. I learned she was from England. I learned why she moved here. I learned about her little hound dog that to her is just so dear. I shared with her about my dog. In fact, he was with me in the car. And I did pause at one point to go walk him. And then I went back in, and for sure the system had started and the registers were working again and people got their food and moved on with their day, or with their evening. But I do that sometimes. I pause and I edit myself in the midst of a spontaneous poem if I think of a word that might rhyme better. There I was back at the cash register, and I got my little groceries, and a few clerk folks came up to me and sort of thanked me for staying calm, and they had passed out waters and muffins and were just really dear and taking care of every one of us. But what I want to zero in on is that instead of choosing frustration, I chose calm. Instead of choosing, this isn't what I planned when I came to the grocery store, I chose love. I chose to be in that moment. I chose to kind of extend who I was with the people that surrounded me. Was my choice better than the person who got irritated? Here's the thing. I think so. Because why allow ourselves to be manipulated by systems and whether or not they go? We're human hearts, each one of us, behind our avatars. And each time something doesn't go our way, it's a moment to be more real. And I mean that not just on tech tools, but every day in traffic and whatnot, when the outcomes aren't how we expected. Ask yourself, where is love? What does love know about me? How is love steering? How is love owning this moment now? How is love ordering? It does all of those every single moment. And when we find ourselves caught off guard, it's just such a phenomenal opportunity to turn our thought to love and let it overflow from you. A favorite line that inspires me daily is from a hymn that I adore, and from a favorite author, Mary Baker Eddy, actually a poem. And I'm going to include it in the video below, but it's the idea of this: wait and love more, for every hate, and fear no ill, since God is good and loss is gain. In that moment of a system shutting down, we can get riled up unnecessarily and frown within. And we can pause, and we can wait, and we can turn our thought to love, and we can journey on and defend the good and see it happening all around and above. I have just such gratitude for last night and for all the ways that I see this happening in my day. And my heart to yours on this Sunday evening. Talk up these ideas of pausing and waiting and leaning on love. No system that matters most can ever fall apart. Big hug till soon. This is Tree